guys, welcome back to Jungle Jubel English Literacy Talk with me, Nikeisha as your host for today's episode. Well, it's been a while since our last Jungle, and this episode, I can tell it's kind of special because we have not only one or two guests, but we have three. Well, let's just get into it and give a big applause to Rahma, Talitha, and Claudia. Hey guys. Well, how do you all feeling today?
I'm feeling great, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all feeling great.
A little nervous since it's our first Jungle Talk and it's our first time entering the Talib camera.
Yes, it's my very first time.
Well, hopefully our face looks good here.
Well, can you guys introduce yourself more and tell us what you do or achieve? What you guys achieved recently? Starting from Rahma.
Hello, my name is Rahma Asifa. I can be called Rahma. I'm from class 10.2. Recently, I had become the finalist of the International Student Essay Competition from TSL that is hosted by UK.
Talitha?
Okay. My name is Talitha Sasabila. People usually goes by Talitha or Tali. I am right now in class 11.2, and just same like Rahma, I have got into the category of finalist in International Student Essay Competition.
Hello everyone, same as Rahma and also Talitha. I'm Claudia from 11.7. Recently, I just got into the finalist of International Student Essay Competition from TSL, Trust for Sustainable Living, that attended by UK.
Well, okay, congratulations on reaching the finals, guys. It's big. Well, how do you feel on reaching the final of this essay competition? Starting from Rahma.
Okay, I feel really delighted and grateful for this because actually this is my very first time joining an essay competition, even though I had long been wanting to join one. So I had never expected to come to this point, considering there are many people join this that are over than 200 essay script this year.
Well, there's a lot of people who join this competition, isn't it? Well, for Talitha?
Well, it was my very first time reaching an international championship, even though I'm still in the finalists, but I consider that already really big. I'm very honored. It's such a big experience for me because first of all, I'm not really the type of person who usually is good at writing. I'm good at talking, I'm good at socializing, so it's kind of surprised actually that I've actually achieved it for once in a lifetime, but I don't know. Maybe in the upcoming years I will hopefully get another one. Amen.
I will support you always. And for Claudia?
Well, I'm incredibly honored and also grateful for having myself as the finalist of this esteemed competition. It's a thrilling experience for me to see my ideas resonate on international platforms alongside talented peers from around the world, and this achievement motivates me even more to advocate the sustainable living and also environmental action, knowing that my voice can contribute to positive change.
It's just the beginning, but you all are so cool. Could you please briefly summarize the main argument or thesis of your essay, starting from Rahma?
The main idea of my thesis is considering the theme of this year, which is eco-anxiety to eco-action, which means we turn the fear of environmental catastrophe or natural doom into the action to save the environment. I wrote that I realized how many people around me, even myself, had experienced this natural catastrophe fear. And I basically wrote about how the deforestation can worsen other environmental issues like climate change or global warming. And at the end, I also suggest some action that we can take from the simple one into the kind of complicated one like agroforestry.
Okay, and for Talitha, how's it?
For me personally, for my personal argument, I didn't come up with an innovation unlike any other classmate that I've asked my friends, because I didn't really think that eco-anxiety is something that can fix with innovation. That's my argument. It's about a state of mind. It's something that you can't blame on anybody because it's there. So I came up with an argument that actually it's just that we need a change of mindset.
Yes.
It's like our brain, ever since we were little, we're being taught that in the 4,000 years or in the upcoming years, we will have no coral due to we use them every day. So I think that puts children on a fear that makes eco-anxiety actually happens. So that's why my argument was to tone it down a bit for the children so they won't be as scared, since now the what do you call the viral generation, the strawberry generation in that are very famous in Taiwan, that are easily crushed. I think you need to be aware of them a little bit.
So you think it's about the mindset and how you the elder taught the youth. Okay, that's very cool. So how about Claudia?
Well, my essay explore the journey from eco-anxiety into eco-action, of course, such as the theme, and emphasizing that while feeling from the fear of environment worry are natural, they can serve as catalysts for positive change. And I argue that transforming the eco-anxiety into sustainable practices is crucial for global culture, for fostering a global culture on the environmental responsibility.
Knowing about your essay, that's so cool. So can you tell us what inspired you to choose this particular topic, or what inspired you to choose your now essay's title?
So I choose my essay's topic, which are about the deforestation that worsen global warming, is because I think that one of the most concerning thing or the most concerning environmental issue worldwide is about global warming, because there are many people that discuss about this even in the conference. So if I choose to talk about the global warming itself, I think there would be too much. There would be too many things to be discussed and elaborate in my essay. So I decided to narrow it down into something even more specific, like how the deforestation worsen global warming.
Okay. And how's it for Talitha?
So for me, if you think about an essay competition, actually the topic will already be chosen for us. So the topic is eco-anxiety that leads to eco-action, right? So when I think about an argument that actually fit into the category based on my own opinion, it's the one like I said before. It's my argument that we need to change our minds a bit. And when changing our minds, we can help the young generation. We can help change the young generation that actually socialize with us, so that they won't be scared. That's what I think.
Okay, and for Claudia?
Well, for me, the particular topic has been chosen by the competition, right? So for the title, I was inspired by the growing sense from my geography teacher that state the fear of collapsing Earth is real, so it's our power to change its future. And I think that's how I wanted to explore how this feeling can be transformed into constructive action rather than despair. And also it motivated me to reflect on how this emotional response can drive positive behavior.
Okay, so actually the topic or given to you are already given.
Yes.
You can't just like pick what you want or what?
No, there's only one specific topic.
Okay.
From eco-anxiety
To eco-action or eco-innovation.
Eco-action
and
right?
empowerment.
Oh yeah, and empowerment.
So you just can pick between two topics?
Yes.
Okay, so what was the most challenging aspect of researching and writing this essay, and could you tell us how did you overcome it, starting from Rahma?
For myself, I don't think there were any struggle or challenge while I was researching for this essay competition, but there were some struggle that I faced while I was writing this essay, because we only had a week to submit this essay, so I needed to make an essay within the limited time. And at the moment was hectic too because I had exam coming up and I joined other competitions with my friends. I overcome it with knowing my priority, so I can distinguish when I need to prepare for the competition, I need to make an essay and study. I also didn't procrastinate because it will get us carried away by the time, and immediately did what I needed to do.
That's dope. You did it like on time on that busy, hectic week. Well, and what is it for Talitha?
For me, actually, I will state this as an high school student. We already know the struggle, right? Time management is everything. The exam is coming up, like you said, the competition that we are also participating.
Your bugam?
Yes, my bugam, of course, that is very important. But yeah, so actually, if I'm being honest right now, I made the essay 4 days before the deadline.
So that's fast.
Yeah, I think I was very impressed at myself at that day, because people at the time when my classmates are already finished, are already submitting their essays to Memwidia, I just started making it, and I didn't have my break time, so I eat while I think, I eat and think, eat and think. So everything that I found in my head, I write it down, so I don't forget later on. So yeah, that is my main challenge and main struggle, time management.
That's really amazing, actually. So how did it for Dinda?
So for me, I think the challenging part was balancing the scientific data with my personal opinion to create a compelling narrative. And I overcame it by organizing my main idea and supporting points, and also ensuring I understood the whole topic, the science behind the topic, and also I connect all those insights with real life examples just to make my essay more authentic, I guess.
Okay, that's quite impressive, actually. So could you tell us any specific strategies or techniques that you find helpful when writing academic essays? Like, it could be helpful for us too, isn't it?
I think it is very important to grab people's attention at the very beginning of our essay, because it is the part that will consider whether the reader will read it from the start until the very bottom of it. So to grab the people's attention, usually we can use hook. There are some things that we can use as hook, for example, quotes and data, statistic, or problems. But I think the one that I like to use is problems, because with problems people tend to get intrigued and they want to know how we can solve this problem. Also, I think it is very important to enhance our variety of vocabularies, because writing is completely different from speaking. Speaking is just going along with the flow, but while writing, we need to consider whether our words are repetitive or not, because it's going to be boring and too flat.
Okay, that's true. So how about Talitha?
So I'm gonna mention one point that she states. She states that while speaking is just going with the flow, and writing, you need something that fit right into the category, right? So I'm a speaking person. I don't usually write. I'm not used to writing. So if you're asking me an advice, I actually don't suggest you taking an advice from me. It's my very first time. But what I can give you, if you would like an advice from me, from a first timer joining an essay competition, is that I don't rush. I take time on doing it. I take time searching. I take time on connecting my opinions, like you said, like my opinions and the scientific data, so that it would not get disqualified. Because it's very important. If you're stating one point and the data you're taking is absolutely doesn't match, I think that will affect the scoring points. So take your time in writing, please. Even though you have to think.
As I think, like, I would still take your advice, because, well, you're
the finalist.
Yeah, you're the finalist of this international essay competition, and as for me, I would still take her advice.
Thank you, that makes me really proud.
And for Claudia?
Well, for me, I don't have a specific strategy. I just go with the flow, but I think it's helpful for me when I make an outline to organize my main ideas and my research thoroughly, and also I set a clear goals for each writing session, and don't forget to take a break regularly just to stay focused. And additionally, I think I kept reviewing, editing the multiple drafts just to help me refine my arguments and improve the clarity.
Okay. Is there anything, someone or something that has influenced you to join this competition and maybe influence your writing style also?
Okay, if we are talking about the specific competition, which is the TSL one, there was no one that encouraged me to join this, because I really remembered that at the moment when it first started, I was the only 10th grade, so I thought that I should back away, but that was okay, so I just joined it. But eventually some other 10th grade come too. But if we are talking about the general essay competition, I had actually long wanting to join one, because I saw many people in internet, in social media, that won this essay competition, and they got into top universities and also got scholarship.
Okay, so social media can encourage us that much. Okay. And so for Talitha?
So, I'm sorry if you're hearing this right now. Out of the two of them, mine sounds like a funny story, but I was scared. Like I said before, I've never tried any writing competition. I've tried storytelling, news anchor, master of ceremony stuff. Yeah, that's my kind of thing, but not writing. So no one actually really encourages me to join this competition, but my classmate, his name Alvin. Yeah.
Thank you for Alvin.
Yeah, thank you for Alvin. He signed me without me knowing. He signed my name up without me knowing, so that I got into the group. I literally didn't check my WhatsApp group at that time, and when I log in, and then there's literally a group that says TSL competition. Yes, and I was like, I was so pissed. I'm so sorry, Alvin. I'm so pissed, and I signed him up. So it's like, if I join, you join also.
It's like a revenge.
Yeah, so it's actually, that's why mine sounds like a funny story. Everyone was like, oh my god, I really want to join this competition because they have something they want to achieve, while mine was just like my friend signed me up for a joke. But
you made it.
Joke on you, Alvin. I got into the finals.
Joke on you, Alvin. She's the finalist.
Amen.
And how's it for Claudia?
For me, well, at the beginning, I don't want to join any competition because I think my school is too hectic, and I'm just too afraid to join the competition. If I join the competition, I'm willing to win the competition. I don't want to get loose. That's a bad mindset for me, I think. But one of my teacher named Ma'am Effie, this is a special mention for you. I love you. Well, Ma'am Effie kept telling me to join this competition. She told me to pursue me to share my ideas on a platform, and then my TikTok. I was scrolling my TikTok at the time, and I don't know why my FYP just kept showing trick on how to make essay. I don't know why.
That's really, a faith.
I think, yeah. And from that time, I think I must join this competition. And then after that, I started to listening to a discussion about sustainable living, and that's why I got here, I guess.
Okay. Well, thanks to Ma'am Effie, Alvin, and then social media. And I'm curious, after this, you will continue your journey on writing this essay on this competition, right?
Yes.
It's actually not writing anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going
We have to debate for our
Wow.
Just
argument.
the judges reviewing our essay again.
Yes. And
That's
we have to
like
state the fact based on what we write.
360 different, okay, like that's a different thing. And then I'm just like curious. It's a genuine question just for me. On a scale 1 to 10, how do you rate your nervousness? Like right now on joining this competition as for Rahma.
For this podcast or what?
No, for the competition, for the debate.
Oh, for the debate. For the debate, I can say 9 because I had never joined one before.
And for Talitha?
Infinity out of 10. Because here, I can speak naturally like this, like I'm speaking in front of the camera, I'm speaking in front of you guys, but speaking and debating is for me 2 different things. I can't really stand up for my own opinion if I'm facing someone who I respect very much, who I know is has much more knowledge and much more experience in the world than I. So it's very, very intimidating.
And how's it for Claudia?
Same as me, it's a 10 out of 10 for me because, I mean, debating is such a complicated competition, right? Just to state your opinion. And I don't know if I can't really stay on my own opinion. And then also, it's international, bro.
Yeah, it's international.
There's a lot of talented people from around the world, and you have to face them in front of your face. You have to do the competition with them. But hopefully, we get into it.
Amen.
So you will still continue this debate as like individually or like in a group?
I think it's in a group.
We're not that sure actually. Some people think it's. You think it's in a group?
Yeah, because I saw that in the
previous one?
website. Yeah, the previous one, the 2024.
I thought it's individual.
No.
We could die, bro.
I would just stand still.
Is that the reason why your nervousness is like infinity out of 10?
I'm always nervous anytime, anywhere, wherever you take me. I'm nervous everywhere. Even though I've tried anything, I've tried. I feel like I've tried everything in the world, but I still feel nervous at everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think let's just get into the last question. What advice or some tips would you give to other students that are interested in achieving academic achievements like you did?
If we're talking about advice, I've come to actually learn 2 things during my time here in 17 Senior High School. Is that the first one, I cannot force myself into everything, because before I had joined some things in 17 and I got refused, I got rejected. But I learned from that. I cannot master everything, so I have my own thing, I have my own path. So yeah, instead of comparing myself to my friends that got accepted, I need to find my own journey. I need to know what it is that I'm good at so that I can enhance it to become my potential. And also, it is to never underestimate myself, even though I had been rejected sometimes before. But previously, I had joined other competitions too. And in all of those competitions, I had underestimated myself because I had been refused. So it kind of affected me as well. So I underestimated myself, but the result got better than what I had expected.
Well, okay, I can tell that studying in here in Jubel is kind of rough, I guess. And how's it for Talitha?
So honestly, for me, I wasn't, ever since I was in 10th grade here, from junior high school, I was very much a kid that always chased an academic achievement. I always wanted those everything. I wanted championship at everything. But when I joined as a junior high school, I mean senior high school, 17 Palembang, I was still an academic chaser, but it got lesser now since everyone here is very smart, very talented. So I kind of doubted myself a little bit when I was in the 10th grade, and I stepped out a bit. So my grades weren't going as smoothly as as I was in my previous school. But what I do learn is that I think it's the same for all people here. It's not to force ourselves, you know. Everybody have their boundaries, everybody have their time to shine. So take your time. So please take your time on doing everything. It's not, you don't have to chase on everything. Remember, you don't have to chase, you have to attract. So it's like, if you think, if there's a competition, right? It would be better if you search up a competition that is much more potential for your talents. But if there's a competition and that doesn't fit your talent, I think it's okay to give other people the chance. But if you have the talent for that competition, that's what I mean, like, that's your time to shine.
Okay. I think I'm gonna write that down because I think that's just for me. And how's it for Claudia?
Well, I don't think I'm good enough, guys, for giving you advice. But because I'm still learning, but what I can tell you is, since Jubel is very rough and all people here are very smart, and it's hard for you to be a spotlight, so you have to choose, you have to pick your own opportunity. Just stay curious and persistent, and then consistent practice, and also I think you have to stay open from learning from others.
Okay. Well, since that is the last question of the episode, I think it's a wrap. Well, it's kind of sad to end this fun convo, but thank you so much for Rahma, Talitha, and Claudia that joined us today. Also, thank you for the viewers that has watched this episode, and don't forget to stay tuned for the upcoming episode of Jungle. Well, it's been me, Rahma, Dinda, and Claudia, unlocking the power of words through conversation. Bye!